formal introduction. So I am Radhika Dudeja. Thank you so much for having me. And the theme for this talk here is to shift perspective, to make sense of our failures and to tie them to our successes. So let's do just that. Reason. You see, the reason I'm here is because I'm a podcaster, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a former corporate professional. But the reason I belong here is because I've been one of you. I have spent some of the best years of my life questioning my worth, battling insecurities, heartbreak, overthinking, and the desperate urge to having it all figured out because I dreaded the unknown. And a part of me still does. We've gathered here to celebrate our failures and wear them with pride. That's the new cool. But a decade ago, we just glorified our wins. Losses were the demons we buried, even from ourselves. And I was no different. I had a crippling fear of failure. And the more I ran away from it, the more I seemed to run right into it. Until one day, I faced it and then I embraced it. And that, my little friends, was my perspective shift. I stopped seeing failure as bad luck and started seeing it as not just inevitable, but as an opportunity to grow. And like everything else, this too wasn't an overnight miracle. It came after more heartbreaks than I care to count, but allow me to share a few of them. In college, I went from being a topper in boards to failing tests. I wasn't in a good headspace. I tried a dozen things and nothing worked out. And then I decided to try my hands at fashion blogging. I knew I had a knack for it. This was before the word influencer was even coined or reels existed. Within a year, I rose to fame. And then, one day, I lost it all to a cyber attack. What could have been a truly remarkable and rewarding career was stripped away at the click of a malicious mail. I dusted myself off and prepared for my master's abroad. That was supposed to be my new beginning, new country, new people. But what awaited me was a toxic relationship, depression, and cultural shock. What was supposed to be the best year of my life turned a nightmare, and yet somehow I stayed. And even while I was struggling to do the bare minimum at uni, I managed to get some of the best internships and interviews at the likes of Xenia, Scotch and Soda, Tallywhile. Somehow everything fell apart at the last moment, and just when I was beginning to settle, I was called back. COVID struck, a recession was looming, and companies froze hiring. And suddenly, none of the 3 degrees I had held any value. 9.8 CGPA in 10th, 96% in 12th, a degree in commerce from Venki, a diploma in NIFT, and a master's in fashion management from the fashion capital of the world. Yet I sat at home for 6 months, unemployed, unable to look my father in the eye or even myself in the mirror. And sorry to break it to you, like Manoj Kumar of 12th fail, my victory at the end of the tunnel was not like his. Though his victory was very well deserved, in my case, I had to build it brick by brick. And I still am. Happily so. Because the path has no value when you've arrived. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. Has it gotten easier? It has. And does it make sense now? I promise you it does. Every failure, every rejection, every delay has tested me and it has also forged me. My patience, my resilience, and my emotional strength are gifts no success in the world could have given me. They've armed me with what matters most when you build something from nothing. Because the truth is, most ventures do not fail out of incompetence, they fail because people quit. Going from 0 to 1 is hard because it's faith on trial. You have to show up every single day without loss of faith, not knowing whether results will follow. Or to drop episodes week after week, not knowing if anybody's listening. To launch collections after collections, not knowing if any piece will sell. So, what really changed wasn't my relationship with success, it was my relationship with failure. It's not the certainty that I won't fail, it's the knowing that I'll be fine even if I do. And on days I wondered, why can't life be easy? Why can't I win from day one? I'd remind myself of my favorite movies, The Pursuit of Happiness and Guru. Will Smith goes from sleeping in a washroom to becoming a stockbroker. And when he got that internship, I cried with him. I'm sure many of us did, if at all you've watched the movie. So we celebrate people not because they win, we celebrate people when they collapse, they rise, and then they win against all odds. Success isn't the 100 crores you make, it's who you become in the process. तभी तो हार के जीतने वाले को बाजीगर कहते हैं. Mindset is everything. So, my friends, if I could leave you with just one thing today, let it be this mindset. It's not your failures that destroy you, it's how you choose to see them. The right mindset turns hindsight into foresight, breakdowns into breakthroughs, and setbacks into stepping stones. Befriend failure, see rejection as redirection, drop the fear of the unknown. Take risk and put your best foot forward, but most importantly, believe. Believe in yourself and believe in God. And live with the conviction that the entire universe is rigged in your favor and that the world secretly wants you to win, actually, quite openly. Paulo Coelho wrote in The Alchemist, the world will be better or worse depending on whether we become better or worse. So, darling, be better. Let everything you experience transform you for the better. Thank you.